Hi guys, Lee from Overbite Gaming here. A couple of subjects I wanted to touch on today. The first one being the momentous GTX 3000 series, RTX 3000 series. God, living in the 90s. Yeah, they've announced them basically. So we've got the 3070, the 3080, and the 3090, which is $500, $700, and $1,500 respectively, or dollar pounds perhaps. I think they're slightly cheaper in the UK. Well, they're not cheaper, but the amount of pounds you will pay is lower. I think 480 is the 3070. The upper two cards, the 80 and the 90, they will come out in September, and the 70 will be coming out in October. I suspect they've put the 70 back a little bit because that's going to be easily the most popular one. It is giving 2080 Ti performance essentially, and for $500 or £480, that's a really good deal. I mean, it blows my graphics card away, and that was £650 5 months ago. Maybe these guys want an upgrade for nothing. We're on to something. No, I don't think so. You pay your money, you take your choice. It's going to do me. I tend to buy graphics card every other series, so like the full 4000 series, if that's a thing, that would be the one I go for. But yeah, it's a great time to be buying a graphics card. A 3070 is going to be really super popular. The 2080 Ti, was £1,200. So to get that performance at £480, that's amazing. That's really, really good. And I imagine there'll be a very popular card, similar to the 1060 was, amongst people that don't want to spend thousands of pounds on their graphics card and want the performance of just good. There's English for you. But also, tellingly, this does give us some indication of what AMD's looking to do, because AMD are doing the graphics cards for the next generation consoles, and they've come out and said they'll be on par with the 2080 Ti. At the time, we were all like, you fucking what, mate? The 2080 Ti is a £1,200 graphics card. How the fuck are you going to do that in your $400 to $600 console? That's ridiculous. But if you look at it now and go, well, what if they said if it was Nvidia and they said, oh, it's going to be a 3070 in there? Not so ridiculous anymore, is it? So, I mean, with that as a guideline, I think Nvidia will be dropping their cards after the console launches, and I think they will be competitive on both price and performance with Nvidia, at least, with the 3070, which is going to be, where a lot of the market is going to be because of the low price and high performance of it. So it does give us some clues into what they're doing, although they've announced nothing, which is interesting because AMD generally are the ones that have a lot of hyperbole and sort of overamp themselves, whereas Nvidia just say, here's our figures, like them or not, fuck off. Probably because they've been in like the upper position when it comes to GPUs for such a long time, they're not really worried about it, I suppose. But yeah, so I think it's going to be a good time to be upgrading your graphics cards coming up. I don't think I'll be upgrading mine, not unless something catastrophic happens to the one I have. It's a 28 Super, so it gives me good performance. I can get the same or better performance now for less money, or more money but more performance. The 3090 is a monster of a card as well, and it is essentially the Titan for the 3000 series. I think it was nicknamed the BF GPU, which is quite funny. Those Doom fans out there will know what I'm talking about. So that's the graphics cards lineup, and I thought it's a little bit annoying for me, to be honest, only having my graphics card for 5 months. But I've had 5 months of good gaming, and it will continue to give me good gaming. So yeah, people will have faster cards than mine for less money. It sucks, but it's a thing. So. The next thing I want to talk about is Game Pass, Microsoft Game Pass, because this is more of a PSA, to be fair, because I spend a lot of time talking with my friends that are PC gamers and being like, well, why don't you get Game Pass? And they're like, what's Game Pass? And you're just like, Well, it's this subscription service where you pay like $10 a month and you get access to a whole host of games that you can download and play. And like, ooh, that sounds good. Like, oh yes, get it. But they don't. It's maddening. I don't understand why. It's a fantastic service. You can try it out for £1 British. Try it for £1 British for 1 month. If you don't like it, you can get rid of it. But the last month, I've gotten Wasteland 3 and Microsoft Flight Simulator. And they're like, that's like £100 worth of software for nothing. Well, for subscription fee of £10 a month, but I can play all the other games as well, you know? I mean, you do have the argument that, they can take games away. They can, yes. Generally speaking, when they're taking games off of the service, they will tell you what games are being taken off soon and give you the option to buy at a discounted rate, which I think is fair enough. And they're always putting new ones on, like new releases straight on there. Like Microsoft's Flight Simulator, day 1 was on Game Pass. It's perfect. And, you know, if you want to investigate game streaming and have like a shitty little laptop that you take places with you but isn't really up to gaming, then, you know, the xCloud will be included in that as long as you go to Ultimate subscription, which is like £15 a month, something like that. And that gives you Game Pass as well as Xbox Gold. I mean, I don't really have a use for that because I play on PC where I don't have to pay to play online. I mean, Xbox Gold is a bit, I don't know. We'll give you some old games and make you pay money to play online. Yeah, I play Star Trek Online on the PC, and I thought I'll try the Xbox version. We'll see what that's like. So downloaded it, went to play it, and like, oh, you're not a gold member, you can't play it. I'm like, but it's not your servers, is it? It's Forgotten Planet, something like that. They've changed hands so many times now. It's Cryptic. There you go. It's their servers. Why am I paying to use their servers and my internet? Doesn't make any sense. But that's just wicked. Xbox Gold works, I suppose. But Game Pass, super value. Check it out. I mean, you can try it just for 1 month for £1. If you don't like it, cut your losses. I mean, you've lost nothing, essentially. So give it a try if you're a PC gamer. I will always encourage trying that because it's such good value. There's such good content on there. And you'll get brand new games on day of release for the cost of a Netflix sub. So come on, it's good. Finally, next Saturday, I'll be endeavouring to bring you a review of The Avengers. It is due to release 5 p.m. today. I'm recording this the Friday. So taking advantage of all that extra time I gave myself to make these videos, obviously. And I've got next week off, so I will be basically playing that most of the week, I suppose, in order to get... I need to at least finish the campaign to be able to give you a fair representation. I've heard good points and bad points about it. I've also heard the full game is a little bit more stable and sort of polished than the beta, which you would expect. So, so that will be next Saturday for you guys, unless something devastating happens, like it doesn't work, or I don't know, I get mowed down in a vicious drive-by because I don't know, shopped at the wrong co-op, something like that. I don't know. Who would want to kill me? I'm lovely. Anyway, guys, I think that wraps it up today. Let me know down below what you think about the graphics card launches and whether my predictions for AMD are right or whether they've got no chance. I mean, I know we're waiting for Big Navi, but we've been waiting for that for how long now? And we've got like no information about it. But I think if the people that are making those consoles tell the truth, then they could be competitive, even though the 3000 just knocked it out of the park. It was just like, that's amazing performance, and that's lower than expected prices, so what's not to love? But yeah, I think AMD will come out with something that will be competitive. Whether or not you can get past those drivers, which unfortunately are clunky at best, shit at worst, that's another thing. But from a hardware standpoint, they should be competitive, I think. Anyway, let me know down below. I hope you've enjoyed the video and my insane ramblings with my... What is it? I'm getting to the Fisher King level of beard, I think. Yes. But Take it easy, guys, and I'll catch you next week with that review.